Hi everybody. This video I am going to explain the subject internet programming. So in that internet programming I am going to discuss about the third chapter, the web client and web server. Okay. So first of all, so what is web client? First we know that what is meant by web client. You know that so we are a web client. We are a client. We only are working with this computer and we are open any browser, and in that browser have to give the any web address. So based on this web address we are searching any documents from any other website. Okay. This web client is an application that communicate with the web server. So we are a client. So how it can be communicated to the server? By using the hypertext protocol, that is HTTP. Okay. So any web client that is designed to directly support user access to web server is known as user agent. And this is a main important concept in the web client. That is user agent. So browser is the most commonly used web clients. The most commonly used in web client browser. You know, so now the web browser there is Google Chrome and the Firefox, and there is Internet Explorer. There is a lot of browsers have. Okay. Next, so what is the functions of browser? The browser it can be used to for searching any kind of website. Okay. So each time a browser loads a web page, it processes the HTML, which may be include either text, link and reference to images and other data. Okay. Such as style sheet mechanism, that is CSS and JavaScript functions. Already studied. Okay. So what are the parts of browser? Okay. So each web page has an address that is indicated in the address bar. You can see by using the real-time example. So see this browser, that is Google Chrome. So that Google Chrome is having have to open on web address, that is google.com. Otherwise I have to open www.nainu.edu. Okay. Here you see the right side column, that is the minimize button, maximize button, and close window, and that is the left side. So page title, browser menu, then address location, then so back button, forward button, and the refresh button, etc. It's based on the web browser, can be changed. Suppose you have to work with Internet Explorer, means you have somewhat different. So Firefox is more different. And that is I have to open the Google Chrome. Okay. So this is a main part of that is the browser. Okay. So next that is content of the browser. That is the URL, that is an address. Suppose we are searching any website. Suppose you find any material or any documents or any data collection. You need first the address. That is website address. It is called the uniform resource locator. The uniform resource locator is referred to as web address, which uniquely identifies a document over the internet. So this document can be a web page or image or audio or video or anything else present on the web page. So what kind of information or what kind of data how to fetch from this web page, from the server of audio or fetching in audio, video and images, documents. Okay. Next, that is URL. So what are the types of URL? There are two types of URL, two form of URL. The first one is absolute URL. So that absolute URL is complete address of the resource on the web. Okay. For example, I have the HTTP www.abc.com and then /xyz again /index.html. Okay. This completed address comprises the protocol used and server name and path name and file name. So see this example, that is HTTP. Is a protocol. HTTP is a protocol, and this abc.com is a server name. Suppose we are opening Anna University website, then www.annauni.edu. This is a server name, and then continue. This index.html. This is a file name. Okay. For this URL creates of FTP, HTTP and mails news. This protocol part tells the web browser how to handle the file. Okay. The other protocols also that can be used to create a URL. Okay. This is a web client. Then second type of URL, that is absolute relative URL. The first type is absolute URL. Second type is relative URL. So the second type of URL is a partial address of the web page. Okay, the partial address of the web page. These are the two types of URL under that web client. Next, so going to study about web server. Okay. This web server, actually what's the use of this web server means? For receive the request from this web client. You have to receive the request from the website, web client, and this process the request and then send to the response, that is output to the particular web client. Okay. So that computer that supplies the files or services to the requesting computer over the internet is called as this web server. Okay. So what's the working of web server? Already you know, for example, you will give any web address to the particular web browser, automatically it's a request is sent to the particular web server. The browser broke the URL into three types: protocol, this HTTP, and the server name, and the file. Okay. So this browser is communicated to particular web server, then translated the server name into an IP address. So the server name is converted into an IP address, so which is used to connect to the server machine. Then only easily to connect to the server machine. Okay. So the browser send to the get function request to the server. How it can be sent connect to the server? By using the function, that is get function and post function. Okay. So the example HTTP www.abc.com plus web server.html. Okay. So the server machines translate the HTML content to the browser. The browser reads the HTML tag and format the page into the same. Okay. Then these web browsers having a number of features. So what are the features have these web browsers? So first, the server calls on TCP software and waits for connection request to one or more parts. Second, a connection request is received. The server is to process the request from this received from the client. So web server is subtask to handle this connection. Okay. The subtask connection establishes the TCP connection and receive an HTTP request. So these are some of the features in web server. Then how to configure the server, configuring a server, particular. There is higher importance while configuring a server because of generally you are easily to meet particular web server to the web client to the server. Okay. The IP address and TCP port that may be used to connect this server. The IP address and TCP. There is most important one of the that is connectivity, configuring the server. Okay. So here the number of subtasks that will be created when the server is initiated. The maximum number of threads that will be allowed to execute simultaneously. Okay, so that's all about web server. Okay, thank you for watching our topic. That is web client and web server. We will discuss next next video going to next second chapter. Okay.